We all know that the COVID pandemic turned our world upside down. In neonatal care, the most devastating impact was that babies were denied the comfort and healing presence of their parents as severe restrictions on parent access to neonatal units came into force. This was equally distressing for parents for whom having a baby in neonatal care is already a traumatic experience. When it became clear that these restrictions would last longer than the first few days of the pandemic, at Bliss we knew we had to do all we could to advocate to get parents back onto units. From this point on, Josie led our Parents Aren't Visitors campaign, starting with writing our first position statement and working closely with national bodies to influence wider guidance. Josie prioritised capturing parents' views directly, centring their voices in policy work and media coverage. She worked closely with MPs to raise this issue regularly in Parliament and secured meetings with Department of Health ministers. This intensive work across the nations of the UK resulted early on in guidance from the Scottish Government that parents are partners in care. Updated NHS England guidance published in December 2020 also stated explicitly that parents should not be considered visitors. Josie would be the first to say this has been a team effort, and of course it has, with support from colleagues across Bliss, as well as the hard work of neonatal clinicians locally and nationally. But Josie provided the focus and coordination for the campaign, which has ultimately resulted in better access for parents, meaning better family-centred care for babies.
Having a baby on the neonatal intensive care is incredibly stressful for families, and good communication is key to supporting families. There is no situation more important than when discussions around end-of-life care are involved.
Professor Narendra has been leading research for many years into conversations about shared decision-making in order to advocate for the best interests of the child whilst providing better support for families. He leads our multidisciplinary team with the highest possible standards.
In one particular case, where there was a disagreement regarding what was in the best interest of a baby, the court was asked to make a judgment. Throughout the process, Narendra maintained a good relationship with the family, ensuring they were informed, supported, and centrally involved in each stage of the process.
Being able to maintain this good relationship is so unique that the judge and the barristers involved in the case commented specifically on it in their judgment. I quote the judge: "The parents and Dr. A have had a very good relationship throughout the period the child has been cared for by him. It speaks volumes about the parents and the medical team who have treated the child that they have worked so well together and continue to do so despite the different views they hold. The care the child has received in the neonatal intensive care unit has been of the highest quality."
This exceptional leadership in communication has an ever-present impact on all members of staff, enabling us to constantly strive to provide compassionate care that really does make a difference to the babies and families on the unit.
Barnet Starlight Neonatal Team are a forward-thinking team who introduce UK's first individualised care rooms where families stay alongside their babies as soon as they are stable enough for stable high dependency or special care. They have embraced family integrated care, being imaginative in delivery during the pandemic.
That was very interesting that the sibling lunch and the activities there were really a catalyst for what happens at home. What changed was that their ability to think about their relationship with her and what they can do for her was very, very different, very much influenced by the activities there.
True to their core principles, the Starlight Neonatal Team are a team of doctors, nurses, allied health professionals, the support team and our families as one team delivering the best possible care that they can.
Being part of the Starlight Superstars group is being part of a really important community that supports each other. When you've had a premature baby, no one knows what that's like to go through that unless you've been through it. So to be part of that group is amazing, particularly in the past 2 years when face-to-face contact has been minimal because of COVID. It's been a really important place to share and discuss and chat and post, and I really value it.
Hannah, PAG Mummy. I wanted to join the PAG to be able to support future parents through the experience by helping to make changes that will influence practice for the better and therefore better support future NICU parents. Being part of the group has been so beneficial for processing my own experience by having others to discuss it with who understand and have been through it too, with no fear of judgment or being questioned about my thoughts, feelings and actions. I feel I've been given the opportunity to use what was a really horrible and rubbish situation for us for the better and to hopefully help others. Lorna, PAG Mummy. For me, the PAG has been an opportunity to reflect on what happened in NICU and how things could have been improved in different circumstances, from the little things nobody may have thought of within the NHS to the bigger things. This gives me an opportunity not only to work through it for myself, but to put my voice out there to try and get those improvements actioned for all future NICU families. To know that I may have helped make life easier for just one family makes my heart feel a little lighter.